are you?
My name's Miriana.
I'm Erin. Nice
Okay,
to
go ahead and
meet
have a
you.
seat.
Thank you.
Okay, so what brings you today?
I kind of got some big news the other day, job-wise, related to my work. So basically the backstory is I moved here from Bakersfield last summer. I'm a teacher. And I was offered this teaching position at Judkins Middle School. And technically my contract is temporary. It says temporary. And, you know, from what I have heard all year from my coworkers, you know, they do that for every new teacher they have. They always say temporary. And so, you know, I kind of have been asking people, you know, should I be worried about this? Should I need to worry about losing my job? And most people told me, you know, that this district is really good about, you know, keeping their employees and not, you know, not letting them go. And so I guess I didn't really worry about it, but I found out a little over a week ago, my principal sat me down and told me that, you know, the board has decided to let a lot of the temporary teachers go, and I'm one of them. And, you know, the reason for that is because we're in this program, it's called TAP, Teacher Assessment Program, that they've been in for 5 years. And for TAP, they pulled a lot of teachers from the classroom, and they had to replace them with us temporaries. So I'm basically like a placeholder for, you know, these other guys who are tenured and, you know, they need to have a spot. And so that's basically like why they had to let me go. So it's a little bit scary for me, just kind of having that question mark of, you know, am I going to have a job next year? You know, what am I going to be doing? Am I going to be making enough money to get by? So it's just a little bit of a scary time for me right now. And fortunately, my principal is really great as far as wanting to help me stay in the district and find another place for me. And he knows of a lot of positions that are opening up, and he's, you know, calling the principals and, you know, putting in a good word for me. So I have him on my side helping me, which is really wonderful. But it's still, I'm such a planning type, and I like to know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And right now it feels like I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing.
Okay, so obviously, yes, you're going through like very tough times right now. Have you looked at maybe, you know, even though your principal is helping you out and putting the word out, you know, for jobs and openings, have you looked at any other opportunities, you know, besides, instead of waiting for the principal, you know, to let you know, hey, you know, like, there's going to be some jobs openings on here, that you're looking at some opportunities?
Yeah, and there's a website, edjoin.com, that a lot of teachers use. It's kind of the go-to website in education. And so I have gotten on there, and actually right now my school district has posted for English positions, which is what I teach. And so, you know, I can apply, like, basically I have to reapply for any position within my district. I don't know that I've seen any other districts posting anything as of yet, but I have, that's how I will find one. If I can find something else, it'll be through that website. So I've kind of peeked at it a couple times, but I haven't really done much with it yet. So
will you be willing to move out to another district if you
yeah,
were to find other opportunities?
I definitely would. If I could get a job offer, I definitely would do that. So, I mean, I love my district and I love my job, but yeah, I definitely would be open to that. I need a job, preferably a teaching position.
Okay. So I mean, obviously it seems that you're going through a lot right now with, you know, the notice and finding other career opportunities, but within, you know, still teaching as an English teacher. What are the things that you're doing right now to kind of help you out and cope with, you know, the stress that you're going through? What are the things that you're looking at, or, you know, to take care of yourself too? Because I know it's a lot of pressure that you're kind of dealing with right now?
I wish I could say I was doing much in that area, but I haven't really done much to cope with the stress, and it is a lot, that I'm dealing with right now. It seems like everything kind of comes in waves, and I'm in one of those moments where it's like it feels like everything's coming at me, and I can't, deal with it all. So, I guess I don't really have anything that I'm doing to help me kind of handle all of it. I'm just kind of trying to get up every morning and go and just, keep my head above water as best I can. So I definitely could, find some ways to help myself not get overwhelmed, because I feel like I'm kind of getting overwhelmed right now.
Okay. So one of the things obviously we definitely have to work on is how to first, cope with everything that it's coming at you. And then of course, looking into other, job opportunities, just continue to seek out there, because, there's other opportunities that you can also look at. So that's one of the things obviously that we'll be working towards.
Okay.
And then besides that, what other things you're going through besides, right now the job?
I am in a master's program for school counseling, and it's been a whole new workload just added onto my shoulders with this program, and I'm enjoying it, but it is a lot of work with working full time and being a student. I've been out of school for a few years now, so it is tough to get back into it, and just keep up with everything, because my job is very demanding. I do spend a good deal of time outside of work doing work. Like I don't just keep it in my classroom. I bring a lot of work home with me, and then I've got homework and I'm reading, and it's a lot. So it's, again, I guess it goes back to just needing to kind of manage my stress and cope with it all, because it's not going to change anytime soon. So.
Okay, so that's another thing that we can definitely work on. And based on everything that I'm listening to, it seems that, you're not doing a lot to kind of help you out and how to pamper yourself and take care of yourself. So what are maybe some strategies that you can work on to help, yourself to feel, more at ease, a little bit more comfortable? I know that you're going through a lot of things, but definitely you need to take care of yourself too. Have you thought about like certain strategies that you could use?
I've thought about, the idea of kind of setting a time aside, like a certain block of time, maybe once a week or so, or every other week, of just me time and just doing something that I want to do, because I feel like I feel like sun up to sundown I'm constantly working, and I never just stop and breathe, or just stop and do something fun. So I feel like I almost would need to force myself to do that, because it's like, and not feel guilty about it, because I feel like if I were doing, if I did say go get a massage, like I would be feeling guilty the whole time, like, okay, well I have 50 other things I should be doing right now, so I need to treat myself sometimes, and actually let myself enjoy it and not be feeling bad about it. So there are certain things that I would enjoy, like if I could set that time aside, that I would enjoy doing, for myself.
Yeah, well, it's very important. It's very important that you do take care of yourself, because as a professional, that you're going through those stressors right now. As a student, in a graduate program, which of course is very demanding, and it expects a lot from you. And then it seems that you're also saying that once you're done with work, you bring more work at home. And then, in addition, you have your projects from school. And it seems that there's no time, to take care of yourself, and that's very crucial. It's very important that you do take care of yourself, because there's going to come a time that you're just going to break down. And even though you know yourself, you're a very hard worker, and that's very awesome. But we have to make sure also that you take care of yourself. Because by taking care of yourself, you can take care of all the other different things that you still have to comply with. So one of the things that I'm listening that you said is that if you get a massage, you would feel guilty. And that's very important. You need to get something like a massage or a foot massage or a facial or a pedicure or go hiking, go for a week on the beach, something like that, because sometimes we're human, and we need that time for ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves by doing things that we like or things that will relax you. And if you don't, if you don't do like things that will help you in that matter, then again, it's going to come a time that it's a breakdown, a meltdown, and it's like
coming.
Yes, and it happens. So, one of the things that we definitely want to work on, besides coping with the stress that you're going through, is looking into methods or exercise or walks or something that will help you at least once or even twice a week for a few minutes. That can be just, for you, dedicated just for you. So now that you know that we're going to be working on, I would like to just get some feedback from you, and to see in what areas you're probably thinking of that you're going to dedicate and open some time for you.
As far as like when I would do this, I guess for me it kind of has to be on the weekend, just because my weekdays are so jam-packed. So, and then I do have a class every other Saturday, so Saturdays, are kind of tough for me. But I guess, on Sundays I'm not doing a lot on Sundays. I go to church in the mornings, and then I end up just doing work all day. But that would probably be the day out of the week that I have the most free time to, do something nice for myself. So, and a lot of weekends I do go to Avila Beach and bring my dogs, and so that's something that that's how I unwind and I don't feel guilty when I'm doing something with my dogs. It's like, I feel I'm enjoying it, and I feel like I'm doing something good for them, take them to the beach or go on a hike. And so those are things that I do like to try to squeeze into my life when I can.
Okay. So, what are you using a type of method to like prioritize, what the different activities that you have, and see maybe, what openings maybe you might have, like even though, you're very busy during your week, maybe dedicate a few minutes to just kind of like maybe a meditation or something that will help you just to kind of, connect again, within yourself. Because sometimes what happens is that, as professionals, we work so much that it's work, it's work mode all the time. And we don't, our focus just goes to other areas instead of, refocusing back and trying to help you, to concentrate in the areas that you need to work on. So, I think what it's, very important is just to find those areas, maybe some minutes within that week that you're very busy, to do maybe some meditation. What are other things that you would like to do that you can implement for that week, that even though you're very busy, that you can dedicate a few minutes?
I definitely would like like to try the meditation. That's not something I've ever done before. So that's something I would be open to. And I know I need to work on, even when I try to do stuff like that where I'm trying to enjoy myself, like I still have so much on my mind, and it's really hard for me to just let go of that. So I really need to work on being able to just be in the moment and not have my head swimming with all these stressors. So I like that idea. Like I said, my dogs, I just moved to a house where there's, a long road that I can walk my dogs up and down, and it's really pretty. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. And it's quick, 20-30 minute walk, and it's convenient because I can just leave right out of my house. So those are definitely some ways that I could see myself kind of unwinding a little bit.
Okay. And then how about, do you have any other support system that you have? Because it seems that you have a lot on your plate, and you're coping with everything. Is there somebody, besides you and your dogs, is there somebody else that helps you to kind of, keep you like
Grounded.
Exactly.
Yeah. My dad and I are very close, and he helps me so much. So he's usually one of the first people I call if something happens or if I need to talk something through, and he gives really great advice. So my dad is definitely my support system. I'm very grateful to have him in my life. So he's been wonderful. I do have a couple of other, close friends of mine that are, supportive for me, and I have a good friend at work, so that's nice to have, because if it's like the heat of the moment, or it's a bad day, or the kids are driving me crazy, I have that person. She's my person that I go to, and can just vent, and it helps so much. So I am sad that I won't be there next year, and I won't have that with her, because we've gotten to be such good friends. So of course I'll make new friends wherever I go, but that is really helpful for me to have. So I do have people here and there. I don't, as far as like at home, I have a couple of roommates, and we have a good relationship. I wouldn't say I'm really close with them. We go hang out and spend time together every now and then, but I'd say probably the main people that I vent to and that help support me would be my dad and a couple of my friends, Audrey and Martha, that I talk to. So I definitely have people. I never really feel like I'm alone, or I don't have anyone to talk to. I definitely have several people that I can go to talk things out. So that is definitely nice to have. It helps a lot, because otherwise I would just implode.
Yes.
So
yes. Okay, so that's good. That's good that you have a support system around you, that when you're in need for a serious conversation, that they're open, to talk to you and to vent. And not only that, that they're giving you the support, the love, the attention, and then that helps. That helps, because it builds you up again. While you were going through all these different moments in our life, very difficult moments, that you have that support system. So. Okay, well, it seems that we have different type of projects that we need to work on.
Definitely.
So besides, looking into different job opportunities, one of the things that I was also contemplating was that you said that you're going to a graduate program, and when are you planning to graduate? So what's the plan after you graduate?
So I will graduate not this coming winter, but the next, so 2016. So it's still a good, over a year and a half, almost 2 years away. So it's going to be a while. And after that, I hopefully hopefully soon after that, I'll get a school counseling job. That's my plan. That's what I am going for. So.
And that's your passion, right?
That's my passion. Yeah, I love being in the educational world. I am all about education, higher education, learning. Which is why I love teaching. But for me, teaching is kind of like a means to an end. It's I am doing it so that I can get to my final goal, which is to be a counselor. So now that I've kind of got my foot in the door, and I've been this is my 3rd year teaching, so I've kind of seen some of the ins and outs, and I see the school counselors, I see what they do, and I work with them, and that's what I want to do. I know, I'm positive that's what I want to do. So I'll be really happy. I want a job where I am excited to go to work every day, and I can see myself feeling that way about counseling.
Of course. And some of your requirements that you have for your graduate program are practicum hours.
Yeah.
So have you been building those relationships?
Yeah, I've been making some connections here and there. The counselor that works at my school site has been really helpful for me, and a really great role model. So I've definitely, had a lot of good experiences with her. And I've kind of been getting out there in the community and just exploring some of the different resources that we have to provide for students, and so that's been really helpful to get to see, things like FAFSA and financial aid, and I did some practicum hours for the food bank, and did a little farmers market for some kids. So just getting to see all those opportunities that students can have to kind of explore the world and grow.
Okay.
And kind of making those connections, it's been helpful.
Okay.
But yeah, those practicum hours are definitely an added workload for me, because I work full time.
Of course, yeah.
So it's kind of just finding time to squeeze those in here and there. But yeah, it's been a great experience so far.
Okay, good. Continue obviously to build those relationships, because they're very important. So then that way, once the graduate program, finalizes and you graduate, next year, hopefully there's some job opportunities there coming through, and it'll be, your passion that you're, working towards. But we have to make sure that we work on the other areas that we had emphasized and that we have talked about, because it's very important, that you take care of yourself, so then that way you can build your way up to that place where you want to be. And as a counselor, also it's very it's challenging. It's very challenging, and bottom line is that you just have to make sure that you come first. You need to take care of yourself, because if you don't, it's everything else, just kind of drops. It comes down. One of the other things that I would like to also share with you is that maybe when you implement, within maybe that week, a few minutes, the relaxation or meditation, have you considered also maybe listening to music, relaxing music, and even possibly also use any type of there are some oils that that usually they use at the spas that help you to relax too. I have seen some magazines where they have different type of oils that they're like therapy oils that help you to kind of relax your mind. And so I would recommend to maybe look into those right now. And I can give you the name of one of the oils is lavender. And you can even rub it against your hand, and then just kind of smell it like that a little bit, and then just kind of relax and close your eyes, and then take deep breaths. And just a few minutes, so then that way you're kind of away from all your work, and then take those few minutes for yourself. and then after that, just kind of like breathe in, breathe out, and then like, okay, I'm ready to continue working, you know, because you definitely need to pause a few times, you know, during your day, because you're very busy. You're very busy, and obviously there's a lot of things just kind of shooting at you, and you want to make sure, you know, that you keep yourself strong and healthy. What are the other ways that, or what are you using to help yourself and like a good, like in a good diet? Do you have eating?
That's something I need to work on too.
Okay.
Lately especially, I've just been on the boat of like whatever's fast and cheap and easy. You know, I love cooking, I really do. I haven't had time lately to really like take care of myself in the way of my diet. You know, I don't eat a lot, but you know, I've been doing a lot of the frozen pizza things for dinner and stuff, and so I know that I need to be better about that. I generally eat pretty well for like breakfast and lunch, and I don't really eat much during the day, but then I get home and I'm starving, and it's like I have all these things to do, and I don't have time to cook and clean up after cooking, so it's just, you know, whatever's easy. So, you know, I would like to look into maybe some healthy meals that are easy, you know, because that, for me, that's what it's all about. So try to find a balance there, you know, because right now I'm doing, you know, easy but unhealthy. There's got to be some, you know, diet plans that are manageable for someone who's, you know, busy.
Well, another thing, you said that usually Saturdays, Sundays, it's a little bit flexible for you. Maybe cooking even Sunday and cook for 2 or 3 days and pack it up in the fridge, and then that way, you say you have a good breakfast, a good lunch, and then at dinner time is that when you come back, you know, you're starving, and it's like you just get the frozen pizza. But if you can cook something maybe on Sunday that you have a little bit of time, and for 2-3 days, then you can, you know, eat a healthy dinner too. So maybe that's another thing, you know, that to work on. Okay, what are the types of meals, you know, that I can do for those 2-3 days to pack up in the fridge. Okay, so we have a few things that we're going to be working on, and so you have some homework. And then, you know, next week when we meet again, I would like to see, you know, how everything's going and how you've been like working, you know, for your week, how you've been taking care of yourself. And then as well, maybe, you know, job opportunities, if you have looked at some possibilities in there. And then we'll go ahead and definitely follow up, you know, next week. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay, so it was very nice seeing you, and you take care, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.